we have the book, How Bad Do You Want It? The No-Nonsense Guide to Improving Your Life. Okay. So I might do a little bit of surveying on here because once again, I don't want this to be my opinion because my opinion, I still am biased. I have my preferences. I come up with book titles and ideas that I think are great, and I run a survey, and most people don't care for it. So I like to run occasional surveys on here. So you just type yes or no whenever I ask some of these questions occasionally. So how many people here, assuming you want to improve your life, that might not apply to everyone, but I kind of hope it does, based off the title, subtitle, and you looking at this cover, how many people here would click on the book and check it out and be pretty intrigued by it? Yes, maybe, no, and I won't give out your name, so please be honest. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys say. So I see no, no, pricey, maybe, maybe, love the title, the image is bad. Yes, of course, from Mark. No. Okay, interesting. So, Mark, I hope, by the way, is it okay if I be brutally honest? Maybe I should ask this first. Is it okay if I be brutally honest with these book descriptions, for you guys? Because this is, I think, going to be the way that serves you the best, is to be totally honest and take it. So, Mark, I know you can take it. You're definitely open to feedback. Because I'm gonna go right into this in a compassionate way because I want you guys to succeed. But I'm not going to hold anything back. Okay, so Mark is a successful author, by the way, you guys, and his stuff is good. But we're getting some of this stuff about no interest. Now, maybe, Mark, this just isn't your target audience. That's fine. I mean, I wouldn't say that I convert at over 50%, even for people that are interested in fitness or whatever. So you're not going to please everyone. That's just kind of the disclaimer. But let's look at how we can make this even better. Okay, just starting with the cover. My impression is it doesn't look like something I would actually see in a bookstore, and I'm leaning more and more towards covers that even if you're a self-published author, make it look like it would be something you'd actually see in a published bookstore. And not all my covers, readily admit, pass that qualification, but doesn't mean I'm not going to go back and change them. But that's important. And then, how bad do you want it? I remember you actually ran a survey for this title, and this was not my favorite title. Because how bad do you want it? Want what? It's okay to be somewhat vague and then clarify it in your subtitle, which you do. So I'm not saying it's bad. A lot of people liked it. To me, though, it's like it's trying to be a little controversial in your face, but I just don't really care. And then the no-nonsense guide to improving your life. It's a little generic to me. Like, how is this going to improve my life? Because it's a no-nonsense guide. I'm not sold. We're in the self-help field. So I give you credit for going with a question title. How bad do you want it? Kind of maybe a little intriguing, but I'm not totally sold on it. And some people said that they wouldn't really check it out just based off of that. Then we go into the description. Your life is subpar and it's all your fault. Okay, you got my attention because they're saying it's all my fault. Then you say, are you fully content with your life? Do you wish you were happier, healthier, smarter? Have you tried to improve your life before and failed? The answer is yes to these questions. You're not alone. Okay, just from this alone, I'm seeing a disconnect. Because it's like, if someone says your life is subpar and it's your fault, I'm like, if I'm being gracious, it's going to be like, okay, what do you mean by that? You better qualify that statement pretty quickly. If you're going to try to push my buttons and say it's all my fault, but then it goes off on like a little bit of a different tangent. So your life is subpar and it's all your fault. We'll prove it. Okay, so here's what I would do, and maybe in a different context. I might, if I'm going to make a controversial statement, I could say, I think every single person on this webinar is a liar. Now I can say that, and it's controversial, and it might put you guys on edge. And then I say, okay, have you ever told yourself you were going to do something and you didn't follow through on it? Every time you did that, you made a liar out of yourself. You might not have been lying to other people, but you were lying to yourself. Boom, I just made like a controversial statement, but then I justified it, right? And so that's like persuasion, right? So if you want to be controversial, a great person to check out is Larry Winget. He's got a book like Your Kids Are Your Own Fault. He's got some other book titles and stuff like that. So you can check out his stuff if you want to go this, but it's kind of like halfway controversial in your face and halfway not. And so that's the first thing. It's just an incongruency with the headline and this sort of stuff. And there are tons of people in the same situation. There are loads of people out there trying to improve their life, never saw the results they wanted. There are also people trying to improve life that's too lazy. This is all just kind of redundant. I feel like it could be summarized. You have like 4 different sentences saying that this whole idea, no one is fully content with their lives. I have an issue with that statement. Playing devil's advocate, I'm going to play the role of a skeptic and say, no one's fully content with their life. How do you know that? Have you interviewed every single person on this planet? How do you know no one's fully content with their life? If no one's fully content with their lives, that means you're not fully content with your life, Mark. So why should I listen to you? That's me playing devil's advocate. But it's me also being honest about that's what a person could say. They can question that statement. Now, if you said, I've talked to hundreds of people or thousands of people, and I've yet to find anyone that was fully content with their life, that's something that people can't argue against. If you say few people are fully content with their lives, that's a different statement. Few people are fully content with their lives, but some people have cracked the code, and it's because they learned the 7 things or the 10 things or the 3 principles or whatever it is I'm going to share with you in this book. Or I wasn't fully content with my life until I discovered these things, right? That's much more persuasive. And then everybody wants something more. And then here's another point. This book will show you how to become fully content with your life. So how can you say it'll show you how to become fully content with your life, but then also say no one is fully content with their life? This is a very logical, like debate type of thing. Fortunately, most people don't use that much logic when reading a book description and deciding to buy, but it's something to point out. It can be made even better just by making this something that the absolute statement, people can argue against it. It says, this book will show you why your life hasn't improved in the past and how to change that. Okay, this book will show you how to get off your lazy buck and finally work towards a better life. This book will show you how to become fully content with your life. Big claims. What did we learn earlier? How to become fully content with your life. That's a big claim. Get off your lazy butt and work towards a better life. These are big claims. So, guys, the rest of you tell me. If you have a big claim and you don't have something else, what do you need? What does he need? Yeah. Keep typing in some answers. So I got some answers. What else? Guys, type in what does he need? Yep. Everyone's got it. They need big proof, testimonials. You're all saying the exact right answer. Why should I listen to you, Mark, if I don't already know you? Now, you'll make some sales and you're doing pretty well with this. 6,400. You're doing well because of good promotions, and you're doing well because you've established yourself based off of your previous books, I'm guessing, as someone who is trustworthy and credible. So with your existing audience, they'll believe you. But a brand new audience who doesn't know who this Mark guy is, they're going to look at you and they're saying, this guy's going to show me how to live, how to change my life. Why am I going to put my life in this guy's hands? He's shown me nothing to prove it. If you have testimonials from people, it will work. If I come down here and read your bio, which is all the way down here, then I might believe it if I read your backstory and see how you went through your own struggles and you became, you did years of experimentation and found hacks and tricks, hacks and tips. But that's if you're lucky and they come down here and read this because they're looking for more proof. Why not put the proof up here where they're actually reading it? You know, because you might have lost their attention here, or you might have lost their attention here before they ever get to that point. So you need testimonials, you need believability, you need to answer why people should believe you. How are they going to get off their lazy butt? Do you have a special system for that? Do you have a mechanism? Do you have 3 steps for that? Do you have a series of questions that they ask? Do you have something that proves that they can do it? Do you have 7 productivity tips that will, 7 life-changing productivity hacks that will get anyone off their lazy butt so they can work, right? You see, you need all that believability is what it's missing. Okay? So awesome, Mark. That's enough for this, but you guys got it. So can you see how a person, Mark, who's a great author and experienced, can you see how I might be looking at some of these book descriptions? And this is just the first one, and go, wow, he's got, a lot of claims, and he's just missing that one little piece of proof, of believability, right? And it's going to lose sales. It's going to lose a lot of sales potential simply because it's missing one of those pieces.